It's Monday, March 4th, and we will call this regular city council meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everyone to our meeting today. Everyone would please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Deb.
Don.
Here.
Kathy. Here. Harlan.
Here.
Brad.
Here.
Rodney.
Here.
Jessica. Here.
Entertain a motion then to approve today's agenda.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion from Harley, second from Brad. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Don.
Yes.
Kathy. Yes. Harlan.
Yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Rodney.
Yes.
Jessica. Yes.
Motion carried. Across the mayor's desk, I'd just like to welcome Evan Posey as our videographer today. And I don't have anything else to share. Does the council have anything they would like to? Okay, update from the city administrator.
Just would like to remind folks that we do currently have a lot of job postings out there on the city website and on our Facebook page for our seasonal job opportunities with the city. So that's the aquatic center, lifeguards, assistant managers and managers, as well as our parks and public works seasonal staff. So those applications and job postings up on the city website that people can check those out if they're interested.
Okay, thank you. Agenda item number 7, this is the citizens' opportunity to address the council with any item that's not on the agenda. Anyone here would like to speak?
Would that be me, Mr. Murphy?
No, because you're on the.
I am on the agenda.
Yeah.
You're on the agenda.
Yeah, there you go.
It's fine.
Okay, we'll move to agenda item number 8 then, the consent agenda, and that includes approving the minutes from our February 19th work session and our regular city council meeting, approving the bills to be paid this cycle, approve a Class B retail alcohol license for New Way K&H on South Phillip Street, and approve a Class C retail alcohol license for Peps.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion from Harley, second from Don to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Don.
Yes.
Kathy. Yes. Harlan.
Yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Rodney.
Yes.
Jessica. Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Agenda item number 9 is a public hearing regarding the real property on 812 South Moore Street. It's 507, and we will open that public hearing.
This public hearing is on, like the mayor said, 812 South Moore Street. Last fall, we passed a resolution to go out for proposals on the property. We received it on a tax nuisance sale. The property requires a lot of work to make it livable. We did receive one bid from Jason Weiland on February 15th in the amount of $200. He has paid his 25% down that was required, and this is the public hearing, so we can move forward with the sale.
We have not received any comments regarding the public hearing notice.
Okay. It's 5:08, then we will close the public hearing, and we'll move to agenda item number 10, and this is a resolution concerning 812 South Moore Street.
This resolution will accept the real estate contract. In the contract, it states that we're selling the property to Mr. Wyland for $200. He has 6 months to either demo the house and complete the demo, or to get a building permit to rehab the house. If he goes the building permit way, he has 2 years to get an occupancy permit on the home. At that time, he will be required to pay the balance of the contract. If he does not get the repairs done, or if he does not get the house turned down in the 6 months, the property can revert back to the city.
This is currently a dilapidated property, as Barb mentioned, property tax sale, so our goal is to see it rehabilitated and a housing unit go back on the market, or if that's not possible, then properly mitigated and taken down, so.
So when you talk about
being torn down, you're talking about removing cement from the basement and all of
Yes,
that?
it'll be totally removed.
And putting it back into like
Right.
lawn type
What
condition?
Mr. Wyland has said to me is if he doesn't feel he can rehab it, he plans on tearing it down and in a year or two, putting a slab home up, a patio home.
Mhm. Okay. Sounds like a plan. I'd move to approve.
Second.
A motion from Harley, second from Don. Any other discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Don,
Yes.
Catherine. Yes. Harlan.
Yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Rodney.
Yes.
Jessica. Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 11 pertains to bid on emerald ash tree or emerald ash borer mitigation tree removals.
Once again, just like we did last year, we went out for removal of ash trees within the community. We went out for bid for 64 trees with the belief that we would either add or remove trees depending on what the bid prices came in. At this time, DJ's Tree Service was the lowest apparent bid at $41,931. And then AJ's Tree Service was $42,750. There was a discrepancy. They both put down the DBH price. We're looking at total price. Tony had misfigured the DBH. I believe Tony would like to speak to the council before any decisions are made.
Yes, so,
You need to step up.
Yeah, Don, come up to the podium, please, and that way the audience can just.
so per the bid notice on the website, I was just noticing that the city reviews, has the right to refusal of all bids and then also waive technicalities. I brought this up to Barb last year about auto-summoning the DBH, because that's how I personally bid a lot of my projects is through DBH. I was doing it on my phone, trying to calculate it, and I was interrupted by my children, so I do apologize to the council members for that miscalculation. Also, on the very back of it, it also says that registered contractors were the only ones that were to be allowed to receive the bids, and per the state of Iowa, I believe I'm the only registered contractor for tree service in Cassup County. So I'd like that consideration and then waive the technicalities on my miscalculation for the total DBH. My 2675 per DBH stands on whatever the appropriate DBH number was for the total of the 64 trees. I believe I was 50 inches, maybe over. So that, I think, was about $800 higher. So that's what I'd like the council to consider is my DBH at 2675 versus D&J's at 27, and then also the consideration that I have met all the criteria. That would be all. Thank you.
How about that? Register.
Tony just brought his registration in. We had that in the language last year. It was not an issue. No one brought it up. We have not had time to check to see if anybody else is a registered contractor with the state like Tony is. So at this time, I would recommend we table it so we can ask D&J for their registration if they have one. And then we'll take it up again in 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's really the only issue I see. I mean, Tony, if you miscalculated, that's something we can't help, you know, we're looking at the total figure.
Right.
But registration, if that's an issue, I think we need to look into that. So, yeah, I would move to table this then.
As far as, well, I guess, go ahead, Sonny. I'll second it, and then ask the question.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second, then discussion.
Well, I just wanted registration with the state. Is that something you just did, or you?
No, I've been a
registered?
licensed contractor since 2016, so I've held my contractor's license for quite some years.
Okay.
And like I said, I looked up all the registered contractors, Cassup County did not see any other single tree service that's registered.
Okay. Just didn't know if it was something you recently did, or if it was
No,
something you've been, okay.
Yeah, I didn't get it filed in time this year to have it in my paperwork with the opening on
Okay.
June 2nd. So it just came in like last week, right after, pretty much a few days after. So I figured I should print it out and bring it in.
So it's on file.
So I will contact D&J tomorrow and ask him if he has a registration or a licensing with the state and if he can provide that.
How's it written in the bid
Um,
proposal?
The bid proposal states at the very end, only bids from licensed contractors authorized to work in the state of Iowa will be considered. Bid must contain contractor's license information as well as certificate of liability insurance in these amounts. So most of them, 5 of the 8 bids, we got the certificate of insurance. None of the bids did we get the contractor's license, but Tony just presented his tonight.
Okay, any other discussion? We have a motion and a second on the floor then to table this until more documentation can be secured. Vote please, Deb.
Don,
Yes.
Kathy? Yes. Harlan?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Jessica? Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, council members.
Agenda item number 12 is a resolution approving notice of public hearing.
Yes, this is a public hearing to be set regarding the city's proposed maximum property tax levy in dollars to be collected for the upcoming fiscal year, which we've been working on that budget. So it'd be fiscal year 2025, which begins July 1st, 2024, and runs through the end of June 2025. So what this resolution does is approves the notice for the maximum property tax levy, and then directs the city clerk to file it with the county auditor, as well as publish the notice in the newspaper. Something that is new this year, that the reason we're approving this is there will be a notice mailed to all taxpayers stating the counties, the cities, and the school districts' proposed maximum property tax dollars and levies to be collected. So this resolution approves that notice and sets a special meeting for the public hearing to be held regarding the notice for April 1st at 4 p.m. here at City Hall.
Move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion from Don, second from Jessica. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Don,
Yes.
Kathy? Yes. Harlan?
Yes.
Brad?
Yes.
Rodney?
Yes.
Jessica? Yes.
Motion carried. Agenda item number 13 is a resolution accepting donation of real property.
We have some exciting news to share, though I will say this is not our kind of formal announcement of it, but something we got to do first and authorize the mayor to sign some paperwork for us. We've last few months we've been in conversations with the Donald Teets Charitable Foundation on the grounds there south of South Park, where the Peck Auction House formerly was. It's about a little over 50 acres. The foundation has purchased that property, and they have proposed to donate it to the city of Algona to be owned and maintained by the city and turned into a public park. So this resolution accepts that donation and then authorizes the mayor to negotiate the final terms of that and execute all the paperwork so the city can take possession of that property. This is, as we looked at this property, when I came to the city 5 years ago, I found a board in the basement that was from 2006 that had the outline for a proposed rec trail along the road there, and I took that out of the basement. I've had it in my office ever since, because I literally wanted it in front of me because it was such a neat project. It was just one of those things of when's the opportunity and when for that project. So it's been at least close to 2 decades that this has been identified as a potential project for the city to develop recreational amenities and expand South Park. So we're very excited to accept this gift by the Donald Teets Charitable Foundation. Later this week we'll have a little bit more formal announcement, videos, share some of the concepts that we'll come up with as we went through community visioning back in 2006 and 2022. And some of the first steps that we'll be taking is one, starting to clean up the property on some of the debris and buildings that are out there. But part of the terms of the donation is we'll be working to develop a comprehensive plan for the development of the site as a park and rec space, kind of that short-term and long-term phasing. So, you know, the rec trail is one item that's been identified in the past, but what other, you know, habitat, recreation, park amenities can we put out there? I think it'll be a great asset to our community, expanding South Park there, and then going all the way down to Call State Park. So we're very excited, and more details to follow on kind of the formal planning process to get that going.
Very good. Yes, and I just want to add, yes, thank you very much to Don Tietz and the foundation for helping the city out. I know Don's had the city of Algona in his heart for many, many years, and this is just proof of another step forward. So it'll be certainly an asset for Algona. So if this resolution is approved.
Move to approve the donation.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this resolution of donation of real property. Any other discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Don.
Yes.
Kathy. Yes. Harley.
Very happily, yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Rodney.
Yes.
Jessica. Yes.
Motion carried, thank you. Move to agenda item number 14. This is the second notification of future appointment to the Board of Adjustment. Again, Joe Hauptman's term on the board expired January 28th, and this is just the second notification that we need to do. So move to agenda item number 15, which is closed session. And this is a closed session regarding collective bargaining negotiations in accordance with Iowa Code, section 20.17, subchapter 3. And I would entertain a motion for us to enter into closed session.
So.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Vote please, Deb.
Don.
Yes.
Kathy. Yes. Harley.
Yes.
Brad.
Yes.
Rodney.
Yes.
Jessica. Yes.
Motion carried. It's 5:21, and we are now in closed session. So thank you very much.